First thoughts on this result?
I think your colleague there summed it up with the word "wow." I mean, this is an historic victory. You've got to go back 32 years to even find an exit poll that projected a Conservative victory with an overall majority. I mean, it is that spectacular. And the polls were hovering at around 8-9% on average of Conservative lead in the final closing stages of the campaign. And what this suggests is that a lot of the voters who were considering voting tactically have had second thoughts. So we've got to see what happens when the individual seat results come through. But it looks as if a lot of floating voters have balked at the prospects of Jeremy Corbyn as Prime Minister. And this is one long-term impact of this is going to be that Corbynism has got to be dead after this.
Well, that's a conversation. Yes, we'll see if the results actually back up this exit poll, and that will be certainly a conversation we are having if that is the case. Is there a chance that the exit poll, Andrew, is thrown off course a little by the fact that we are witnessing perhaps families in parts of the country that have already voted one way deciding to vote another? Is there some disconnect with history that we need to be aware of?
Yeah, I think that's a very sensible word of caution, although the exit poll methodology in one respect gets better and easier as time goes on, because it compares the results in the seat today with the way that seat performed 2 years ago with that way the seat performed 4 years ago. That said, this has been an extraordinary election. I mean, we've seen in our own polling unprecedented levels of uncertainty, of undecideds, of tactical voters. We also know it's been what one commentator described as an ugly baby contest, and that we know we know that Boris Johnson is distrusted in some parts of the country, often by his own voters. But we know that Jeremy Corbyn is widely loathed in a lot of northern Labour seats. And in those circumstances, where you're seeing, for example, constituencies where there's a single Remain candidate versus several Leave candidates, it's much harder to forecast the outcome in some of those seats than was the case 2 years ago. This is a much more complex contest. But having said that, the exit poll is conducted over 20,000 interviews in 140 polling stations. This is as good as polling gets.